How's it going, everybody? This is Radishhead, and welcome back to another episode of Upland Analysis. Today's going to be a quick one, but an important one, and I just wanted to let you know the whales are coming. What do I mean? Well, I'm recording this at a very specific time because the Baron Terraformer explorers have just dropped onto the shop. There were 10 of them. There were 5 Terraformer heads and 5 Terraformer factory bodies, and they are just normal block explorers, but they are very, very rare, only 5 of each, and they are there to celebrate the introduction of meta-ventures to Upland. So presumably that's going to be happening very soon, so keep an eye on the channel and on the Upland Discord and the game for all news related to that. These explorers, you get 1,000,000 UPX for $1,000, so regular price, but alongside that you get a bonus, a very rare block explorer. So, you know, obviously the block explorer is kind of a freebie, but it does mean you've got to put $1,000 into the game to get it. And you know what? The sale for these went up at about half an hour ago, and all 5 of the machine ones have sold out, and about half of the heads have sold. So I reckon the heads will sell out in another 20 minutes or so. That is an easy $10,000 for Upland in about an hour, which is pretty good going. I think there's a lot of businesses which would be quite happy to do that, especially, you know, small but growing ones like Upland is. And another piece of evidence, which is all kind of links to what I'm talking about today, is of course we had the reverse auction for the Metropolitan Museum of Art, which honestly might be the best property that I've ever seen auctioned in Upland in my life. I'm just trying to zoom in on it now and get a good look at it. Here we go, the Metropolitan Museum of Art in Manhattan. This sold yesterday for, I believe it was it 35 million UPX? It's basically the equivalent of $35,000, and there were 5 players competing for this thing. So Sanctum won it. Congratulations, Sanctum. He's a well-known whale in the game. He owns a lot of really nice properties all across Manhattan and the rest of the game. But he's not the only one. There are many people who are investing tens of thousands of dollars into this game. And can I just have a quick look at this? Look at this thing. It generates 1.2 million per month, and it's in the historic NYC collection, 5th Avenue, Upper East Side. What a fantastic thing that is. But you know, there's that meme where there's always a bigger fish, right? And that's kind of how I feel when I look at this. So we're all blowing our minds with these $1,000 block explorers and Sanctum dropping 30 million on a single property. But there is always a bigger fish, and Sanctum himself has appeared fairly recently on the Discord server, and he's a bit of a mysterious character. He doesn't actually emerge too often. So when he does appear on the Discord, I certainly take note of what he's saying, and a lot of other people have as well. So I've just pulled up some of his comments here. Hopefully you can see them okay. I know that streamer mode is enabled, so I'm not exactly sure what you can see, but I'm going to read it out to you. So it says he got a lot of DMs he's catching up with, and a lot of questions asking him about what he thinks about the future of Upland. And just for perspective, this guy, Sanctum, his net worth currently is, let's have a look, 330 million UPX, so about $330,000. That's a lot of money. He thinks that the Animoca partnership, which is that seed funding round that Upland did, I think they got about 18 million into the game. That for him, that was a game-changing moment. And he says the guy who's in charge of Animoca, Yatsu, is a genius, and he's been ahead starting for decades. And Fundstrat, research by Tom Lee, also has coverage on the Series 8 fundraising for Upland. When you merge traditional finance with the metaverse, we're going in the right direction. So he's very bullish on Upland, and you know, clearly just a few days later he puts in another $30,000 equivalent to that property. So yeah, he's putting his money where his mouth is. And just having a look at what else he's saying. This is the comment which I think probably got the most hype. So somebody was asking him, I wish one day we'd see Sanctum like a little fish in the ocean of Upland. So this guy is basically saying one day 330,000 might not even be considered a mega whale. And Sanctum responded, I love it. More whales coming in means we all do better, which is true. It's natural to feel a bit weird about the fact that some people own so much more in Upland than you and me, but quite frankly, they are the ones keeping the lights on at Upland HQ while they go through this rapid pace of growth, and I'm all for it. So he says, more whales the better. And the most interesting comment of all, if you needed any more hype about the future of this game, he says he knows personally some real big whales coming in 2022 after they sort out their finances. So I can only imagine how much money these guys have if our Mr. Sanctum himself, $330,000, is calling these guys a whale. So it's all a matter of perspective. But that is something that I just wanted to share, because we're early to Upland. The biggest player in the game, who I believe is Abdullah at the moment, his net worth is about $800,000. Not even $1 million. It sounds like a lot of money, but something on the scale of this, I can just feel that one day the biggest player is going to be worth well over $1 billion UPIX, which would be $1 million. And ultimately, we're at a stage of the game where if a single person came into the game and dropped, I don't know, $10,000 in Brooklyn, for example, they would be able to push the price of the floor up from like $14, 14,000 UPIX, easily to 25,000 UPIX in a day. And that's just one person. And I know, $10,000 sounds like a lot of money. For somebody who really is serious about Upland and wants to have a stake in the metaverse, they could come in and just own a massive chunk of like a major global city like Brooklyn. We are early to Upland. The fact that a single person could have an impact like that with a fairly modest proportion of their portfolio, man, I don't know where Upland's going, but I am very excited to keep an eye on it. That was a little bit of speculation on the future of Upland, and the whales are coming. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like and a subscribe if you did, and I hope to see you in the next one.